You've been training for months, maybe years, and you still look like you're trying to fit inside the same height you were born with. Slightly hunched, shoulders calving forward, back tight, head jutting out like a turtle going somewhere important. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people who say they can't grow taller aren't limited by genetics. They're limited by posture, mobility, and a body that's been compressed by years of sitting, poor movement, and training programs that make everything tighter without ever making anything longer. You can't change your bones, but you can absolutely change how tall you look, how you carry yourself, and how much space your body actually takes up. If you do it right, you'll also move better, lift heavier, and become genuinely more capable. Not just taller looking, actually better. That's what hybrid training is for. The 5 exercises. 1. Dead hang, spinal decompression with a purpose. The dead hang gets mocked because people treat it like a magic trick. I hung from a bar for 45 seconds and now I'm taller. That's not how it works. But here's what does work. Hanging from a bar under load stretches the spine longitudinally, relieves compression in the discs. And if you do it consistently, creates more space in the thoracic and lumbar regions over time. The key is active engagement. Don't just dangle. Pack your shoulders down, engage your lats slightly, and breathe. 2 to 3 sets of 30 to 45 seconds. If that's easy, add a slight hollow body position. Your spine will thank you. Your grip will also get significantly stronger, which is a bonus nobody complains about. To thoracic extension over a foam roller, opening the upper back. Your upper back is probably rounded. Don't take it personally. It's rounded because you sit, you drive, you scroll, and then you bench press. Everything pushes it forward and nothing pulls it back. Place a foam roller perpendicular to your spine at the mid-back level. Support your head, extend over the roller, and breathe into the stretch. Move it up and down through the thoracic spine. Spend 2 minutes here. This isn't passive recovery. This is actively restoring thoracic extension. The same extension you need for a proper overhead press, a clean deadlift setup, and for looking like someone who hasn't been hunched over a laptop since statistically, you have 3 hip flexors stretch with posterior pelvic tilts reclaiming lost height at the hip. Tight hip flexors tilt your pelvis forward. That anterior tilt compresses your lumbar spine and pushes your lower back into extension, which paradoxically makes you look shorter because your posture becomes a question mark instead of an exclamation point. Get into a half kneeling position. Tuck your pelvis under slightly posterior tilt and drive forward into the stretch while squeezing the glute to the back leg. Hold for 45 seconds. 3 sets per side. This is hybrid training at its most practical. You're simultaneously strengthening the glute, mobilizing the hip flexor, and teaching your pelvis to sit in a neutral position. Fix the pelvis, fix the lumbar curve, reclaim the height. For chin-ups with full extension, strength and length together, most people do chin-ups half-heartedly. They never fully extend at the bottom, which means they're skipping the phase of the movement that decompresses the shoulder and thoracic spine. Full extension at the bottom of a chin-up, done properly, is one of the best combined strength and decompression exercises you can do. Control the descent, let your shoulders and lats fully lengthen at the bottom. Pause for a second. Then pull 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 10 reps. You'll get a stronger back, better posture, wider shoulders, and a spine that actually gets to lengthen under load, which is exactly what it needs. This is not a stretch. This is strength work that happens to also fix your posture. That's the hybrid principle. 5. Wall angels, rebuilding the overhead position. This one looks embarrassingly simple and is embarrassingly difficult for most people who train. Stand against a wall, feet slightly out, low back pressed flat, not slightly flat. Act to ID flat, then try to raise your arms overhead while keeping everything in contact with the wall. If you can't do it without your lower back arching off the wall, that tells you everything you need to know about why your posture has been suffering. Wall angels rebuild scapular mobility, thoracic extension, and shoulder flexion simultaneously. 2 to 3 sets of 10 reps, slow and controlled. When you can do these cleanly, you'll be able to stand taller without thinking about it. The body just assumes the better position because it actually can now. Looking taller is a side effect. The real goal is building a body that moves freely, stands upright because it's actually capable of doing so, and performs better in every lift because your structure is working with you instead of against you. That's the dad pull philosophy. Strength and performance aren't separate from how you look. They're the foundation. Fix the movement, build the strength, and the aesthetics follow, including those 2 to 4 centimeters you've been leaving on the floor. Stand taller, lift heavier, be harder to ignore. If you want more hybrid training, content, real explanations, no shortcuts, subscribe to the channel. New videos every week covering how to build a body that actually works. Drop your questions in the comments. I read them. See you next time.